won't. It's not a lot of metal.
Yeah.
I'll put the chair back out if you want to sit.
You don't need. I mean, some people have put their furniture back out. It looks like. Do you want to put the furniture? I don't want to sit, but
I
if you
would
want to
if you
put the
want.
furniture back
If
out,
you
to have
hold
more
my
room in there,
phone.
you can.
It's easier for doing it when she comes. Watch your legs. I'm going left. Don't let it pale like you're supposed to be rough.
Oh, there goes cast member in a truck.
Thanks to Chevrolet.
I think they're putting out food.
Yeah, that's a food.
Yeah, they're doing their regular rounds. Yep, he sure is.
You can go have your lunch.
After that Boma, I don't ever want to look at food again.
We didn't have that much.
I didn't, but I can't do buffets anymore. I'm too old for buffets now.
Yeah. But I have bad news for you for dinner.
No, we can go to Sanaa.
Or
We're
the
allowed to
Mara.
walk between. We go to the Mara, we go to Sanaa. We have several options. We're not locked down anymore. That's over at this point. As you can see, there's not really even wind at this point. Obviously, they're not on Disney property. A few places off Disney property, there's some flooding. Seems those are places where really just either like, elevation change or the drainage didn't really work. Obviously, it's terrible, but we got a ton of rain, but really didn't build up unless it was a drainage problem or a lower piece of land, right? So I saw people wrote there was that parking lot by Universal at that hotel that apparently that floods even when it's not very wet out. I mean, obviously not several feet like it is today,
I've
but
stayed there.
you've stayed there.
I've
Yeah.
stayed there. It used to be a low point redemption.
Yeah. So the only damage anyone's seen, the contemporary, there's like two panels off the contemporary. It looks like Jurassic Park River Adventure ended up being the thing that got it the worst. The side of the building actually ripped open, big giant opening. The cast members over here now. I don't know what they're doing. They're driving around.
Some visual inspection too.
I force flooded in some spots. Again, the usual spots that gets flooded in, right? You got to remember, like, yeah, this is a hurricane and it's worse, but we, throughout the summer, we get a lot of rain, right? It's not uncommon to have big rainstorms throughout the summer beyond hurricane season. What are you talking about?
Human just broke a piece of branch off to
He
eat.
didn't eat it. Stop it. They're going inside. Hopefully everyone watching is safe. I don't know if any rides got damaged. I think we have much bigger problems to deal with in the state of Florida. Probably. I know obviously the coast, it was pretty bad. We're very lucky here that it really wasn't. I think Orlando's certainly going to have some water damage in some places, but other than that, I mean if that's the most you get of a hurricane, I think that's probably pretty lucky.
You're really lucky I came a bit south of us, you were saying earlier?
I didn't say that.
Oh, someone said that to me.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't know.
That, like,
I just thought it
storm
weakened
thought
enough to where it
It
didn't.
weakened and it came south of
Yeah.
us.
The Horror Nights, the food booths were already taken down, so they couldn't be destroyed. Those permanent tents are usually those are pretty sturdy. So I don't know. I mean, obviously we don't, we can't go look in the parks till tomorrow, but I would assume everything's fine. I think River Adventure is going to be closed for a little bit, but otherwise, oh no, what a tremendous loss. Jurassic Park River Adventure. Oh man.
I hope the dinos are okay. And they don't go.
We are at Animal Kingdom Lodge, yeah. Yeah, it looks like up by Dr. Phillips, the Universal area is where a lot of the flooding happening. Some in Kissimmee, which obviously we're not far away from at all. Kissimmee's basically right past the trees, essentially. Yeah, I mean, it's still like, it's not completely out of the system, right? We're on the outskirts of it. But yeah, so it's still raining, not a lot of wind. Clouds are moving fast.
That poor tree over there.
As far as I know, I saw someone that lives in my apartment complex posted photos, and it looked like nothing happened, except the people on the bottom floor got flooded, as we knew was going to happen. Yeah. Yeah. No, because I saw they sent us an email this morning that was like, apologies, this building, your building, and the building next to you, we are aware of the flooding, and the elevators might be broken. I have no idea.
But that's just enough.
Well, we'll see what happens. But that's why, I didn't want to be there. It was the first hurricane that building had been in, and honestly, new builds in Florida post-COVID, like, they're not spending the money they used to. So I didn't feel confident that I wasn't going to be in trouble there. So I didn't want to be there. But of course, people on the internet then are like, oh, you only went to the hotel for content. Yeah. Let me explain something to these people that they don't understand. I don't know if they're aware of how much a night a room is at Animal Kingdom Lodge and how much you make on YouTube, but I can assure you there isn't a lot of correlation between those two things. Let me enlighten you a little bit. I know you're speaking out of your behind because you don't understand anything about what anyone does for a living, but I assure you, no one has recouped the money, whether it's me or any other vlogger. No one has recouped the money they spent on a hotel room in this hurricane, and no one went there just for content. Hurricanes are scary. And if people don't be home for them and they decide to book a hotel room, let them do it. And if they decide to turn on a camera while they're there, leave them alone. It's not your job to police them. Let the audience decide. The numbers will tell people if they're doing the right thing or not, right? You don't have to like everyone, but you don't have to go out of your way to publicly attack them and try to cancel them and try to ruin people's reputation, people you don't know what they do or what they care about or who they are. Yeah, so it is, right? Especially like we're in the middle of trying to do an event for Give Kids the World this weekend, right? All the money, we take a loss on those events, number one, but number two, all the proceeds go to Give Kids the World. And so for someone to be like, you should really donate everything you made on YouTube yesterday to hurricane relief, well, not already assuming that money wasn't spent on a charity event for a different charity this weekend, like.
And you've just made your own donation to hurricane relief.
I did, and other people should too. We tweeted a link to some hurricane relief. I put $100 in personally, not from the company. I put it in because the company has enough charitable things to deal with at the moment and still pay everyone's salaries on top of that. Yeah, so people should go to the WDWNT Twitter. Our good friend Jeff is raising money for a food bank to help people. Please go donate money to that. Yeah, people always talk, but like it's become, in my life, it's become a major problem, right? I've been doing this for 15 years. And I can't begin to tell you how many people say things that are just. Yesterday, someone claimed that is it not true your net worth is in the millions? And I had to laugh at that. I wish if I was, I honestly, with the way, this community is sometimes, I would have left a long time ago if I financially could have, I'll be honest. I mean, also, I love this, and I don't know what else I would do with my life. But there are certainly days where if I had that kind of net worth, I would have said, you know what, it's not worth it. It's not emotionally worth it for me anymore, because I care too much, and I take it very personally when people say things like that. So No, believe it or not, you don't make millions of dollars doing this. And if you get into this to make that kind of money, I want to assure you, you've gotten into the wrong field.
But you'll quickly find out.
No. You see, we're not the only people out here. There's other people on their balconies.
Getting
Everyone
some
feels
fresh air.
comfortable at this point. I think another band has passed by, right? So now it's not raining again.
It's fairly cool out.
It's nice out.
I think it's about 74. So
I didn't look at the temperature.
that's
when-
a TV set.
Yeah. I mean, usually, honestly, the day or two after a hurricane, usually beautiful, right? It's a thing.
Once it passes, we should have sun for 1 to 2 days, and really not afternoon rain clouds like we
Yeah.
have.
Yeah, that tweet is from the lady is ignorant, but right, people believe that. I can't tell you, like every couple days on Facebook, we have to delete comments that say that I go to parks and harass cast members. There are people that honestly believe I like come here and just walk up to cast members and bother them.
Yeah,
Like
that
people think that, but people believe it. People think that's real,
People believe all sorts of
which is
things,
insanity.
so
I don't even
some-
talk to cast members unless prompted to.
It's true.
I
that's
try
my
to
job.
avoid interaction because I'm so afraid at this point that people will just make up that I was upset or mean, or I'm like I don't even want to prompt an interaction because it's just a story someone can make up, right? I know that's kind of crazy, but it's kind of the point we're at at this moment in time. We don't know if Disney World's going to be open tomorrow. Obviously, there's more important things to deal with. Make sure everyone's safe and clean up and fix the roads and etc. And I would assume by the end of the day we'll know. I would also assume that they're going to be open tomorrow because we did not get hit that hard here. There's some flooding, and I don't know if the parks had little spots that flooded, which obviously could impact things. But
Something will be open tomorrow to see.
I think at the very least Disney Springs, if not all the parks.
But we will keep you up to date.
No giraffe right now. I don't know what you're looking at that looks like a giraffe. Maybe that pole out there. It's kind of brownish.
Giraffe.
That's not a giraffe. That's zero.
Giraffe.
I mean, I've done the Grand Villa, but the time we did the Grand Villa, it was a last minute. Someone sold their reservation
in
last minute. But I paid
2020.
less per night for the Grand Villa than we paid for this.
That's actually correct.
Wasn't it? It was
Because
$400 a night for the Grand
It
Villa?
was for something.
Yeah.
It was around the 450 range.
Yeah.
This we paid rack rate for when I booked it
Yeah.
last week. Because there's no current discounts.
Can I sort of remember that you caused a hurricane? That might be one that people actually don't believe. That's a step. That's just a slight step further beyond the fact that I go around and like harass cast members. It's just a slight step beyond.
It was Mother Earth.
Oh man, and it really bothers me, right? Because during the closure, like we were obviously disgusted with the way Disney treated the cast members, furloughing and letting people go, to the point at which we raised. I don't know if people remember this. We raised $50,000.
More than that, 53 or 55.
It was a little over. I don't remember the exact number, but it was over $50,000 for cast member pantry, and we're so proud of that. And then I remember I went on. They had like a live stream to announce the number that we'd raised $50,000, and there were several people in that live stream that wrote really nasty things. While, again, the entire staff devoted, weeks of time to put that show on, and then after we presented $50,000 to this organization, like people still believe what they read on the internet and just, So there I am trying to, they asked me to present this thing. I was so proud of what we did, and then, immediately deflated by people that just came in there like, you hate cast members, and I'm like, that's nuts. It's just really nuts. But yeah, this like ongoing war between bloggers and vloggers and cast members and fans, right? We're all in the same boat. We're all here because we love this, right? We all come here on vacation because we love this. We work here because we love this. Or we started blogging or vlogging in most cases. I'm not saying everyone is, but in most cases, I think a lot of people do this because they love this and we're like, oh, I should try to do that, right? So we're all in the same boat, and we should not be warring with each other. It's probably not necessarily this like fight to be the biggest Disney fan, which is I just think idiotic and leads to all the problems that this fan community has. I saw that, right? I saw the last meal kit tweet. In the age of social media, right, and old media, right, there are people to look at what you write. So you write something, and then there's an editor, and then it goes through several channels, right? In the age of social media, you write something, and you immediately hit a button, and then it's out there. And sometimes you should reread it, right? I have certainly written some things in 15 years' time that I should have reread or thought about how it might be interpreted, right? You can't take it back, though, because immediately people screenshot it, right? So it happens. Unless it clearly is malicious, I don't hold that against people, right? So I saw that tweet. I don't think it was meant in that way. I think that person was staying there and was hoping they would have food, right? Like any other guest. Yeah, they have a following, but that doesn't make them not a human being. That doesn't mean they don't need a sandwich too, right?
What resort was this?
I forget if it's a value or a moderate. It was one of those where you waited in a long line and people were kind of...
Well, I think it'd also be scary, right? Like, if you're there and you're in a long line, like, and I have my family, like, can I
for
feed
sure.
my family?
Yeah.
Like,
But also that person, like, you don't know their home situation, right? You don't know for a fact that they didn't need to be there. And so, number one, you shouldn't make that assumption. And number two, like, yeah, in hindsight, probably not the best thing to tweet. But at the same time, like, I get it. I get getting caught up in the moment. And sometimes you just write something, hit send, and it's gone, right? And it's too, you can't take it back at that point, right? It's like the title of yesterday's video, right? I probably could have picked something else. I didn't really think about it. And it went out and people decided to run with that, right? I obviously, if I had a time machine, certainly there'd be several things. There's several things I'd go back and change, but yeah. I think people should be more compassionate in general. If people are doing something that absolutely is malicious or unkind, I get it. But sometimes I think you need to think about the situation and have some compassion and think maybe the person just made a little mistake and you should calm down a little bit. As opposed to, all right, everybody grab the pitchforks, let's go. Let's go. David has nothing to do with anything, but that's what this is, right? Like, once you decide to put yourself out in this situation, your entire life becomes scrutinized, Thank you, Kyle. Glad you're safe in town. I appreciate the coverage of the storm since I know many folks are in the area. Yeah, I checked in with everyone this morning. Everyone we know locally is doing good. No one's in any peril, which is great.
Very lucky.
Yeah, I think one friend, maybe their car might be slightly submerged, but they're safe, which is most important, right? A car is replaceable. It's what insurance is for, As long as no one clinically injured, everything's good.
Can we go look on the other side?
Yeah, do you want to go look at the other side? We can go. Should I take my umbrella in case we go somewhere that is outside? We might. I'm going to take the umbrella. I'm taking the umbrella in case.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take my little one.
Do you need any pins?
No, I don't think so.
Show them your pins.
I'm not showing them pins that I bought out of boredom. Actually, I didn't buy them out of boredom. I bought them because I was feeling nostalgic for kite tails. And so I realized I didn't own the kite tails pins. And so I wanted to get them before they were gone so I can remember one of the shortest lived and most disliked shows in Disney theme park history. Close this part.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm gonna bolt it too, just in case wind picks up again. I don't think it's going to, but
I did both locks.
just in case. Tom got rich by selling cost reduction ideas to his secret best friend Bob Chapek. Oh, we got some spam. I got to deal with that. Oh, it's not letting me click it. There we go.
Ew, spam.
Did I get it? I think I got it. Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Don't worry, I got them. The bots are gone. They're gone now.
I've got my coffee.
Good.
I think we're good.
I know we went to Japan like a month ago. I still, every time I leave a hotel room, feel like I'm forgetting my mask.
I know, me too. I stand up still. I'm like,
Yeah.
where's my mask?
Excuse me. Sorry. No problem.
Thank you.
Earlier of what I thought was of the wildebeest. The wildebeest had zebra. So then I realized I was getting a bunch of comments where people were like, I think that's a zebra. And I was like, yeah, but the wildebeest is there. You gotta believe me, the wildebeest. There we go. Well, they removed the sandbags. Oh, the sandbags are gone.
Yeah, that's what he was coming to do on this truck. They had Lego. I would love to
They have
do
Lego?
Like, they had Lego.
I don't think they sell any in the store.
I would be down for
You
some
can't get any
Lego.
Lego. That would be. You think with all the Disney Lego sets that Disney would make a deal to just sell that, like throughout the parks, but maybe with the store they can't do
Lego's
that.
also protective of their pricing and their profit margins.
Yeah, but they sold the Emporium had the castle and the train. At some point, you had to sell it at the
I'm still like
that price. I don't know. Oh, Allison, we live at this hotel. We know which animals are here. We're good.
I want to hear Allison's animal.
You want to hear Allison's animal? She likes hissing cockroaches.
No, I know that, but I don't like cockroaches.
I don't either. Unless they're in the bug house at Horror Nights.
Oh no.
We're in Jumbo.
The only cockroach I like is Wally's cockroach.
Yeah, so this is about the extent of any flooding we had. Some leaking from the roof, which we pointed out last night. There's some dancing happening. Are they still showing movies over here in the library? I think 4 children are watching Luca, which is, based on how much I dislike Luca, feels about right. You liked it? I hated it. As an Italian, I was very offended. But as an Italian of Italian heritage, I don't know. I don't feel like the love that they put into like an Encanto, which I think they hired actors from Colombia, musicians from Colombia. Luca, they didn't do any of that, right? Like that felt disrespectful to me that you'll make that effort for other cultures, but you didn't for Italy. Like, come on. Where do you want to go up?
Go up to the top.
This again?
And look out.
Well, should we look at the schedule for today?
Sure. But I liked the scenery in Lucca. Looking at it just reminded
Oh, it's pretty.
me of parts of Italy, and I was like, oh my gosh.
All right, today. What time is it?
It's like 12:30 something.
So is this Baloo's Bare Necessities
Yeah.
Bash?
It's 1 o'clock, 5 to 1.
Mowgli's says at 2
Well,
o'clock.
yesterday they had the apostrophe
Yeah.
here.
Bagheera Bingo at 2:30. Colonel Hattie's Craft Corner at 3. But also at 3 is Beauty and the Beast with coloring.
3:30.
Oh, 3:30, sorry.
Do you want a color?
Jungle
I would
Jumble at 5 o'clock. Not to
That's
be
like-
confused with the Disney Junior Series Jungle
You know what
Junction.
this is? The Jumble Cruise.
Or Jumble, yeah.
Your Jumble Cruise on News Tonight. The hard
Kaz
thing.
Collection. I don't know what that is. Shere Khan's. Isn't that? That's wrong, right?
Yeah. I
Isn't it
think so.
SHERE Shere Khan?
I'm not the
It's not
writer.
sheer like the see-through.
Transparent.
That's definitely right. Am I crazy or is that Shere Khan spelled wrong?
Allison will know.
I'm pretty sure that's wrong. But all right. Where are we going? We're going upstairs. Yeah, people. I was right. It's not. It's Shere.
Okay.
Shere Khan. It's maybe it's like a translucent tiger. Maybe Shere Khan. They said Shere Khan is on OBT.
Oh my god.
My son is working at the Mara.
Oh really?
Elliot's son,
Thank
yeah.
you, thank you, thank you. It's a little brighter outside, less dark than this morning for sure.
Yeah. Oh, look at the animals. They're the. What are those? They're bigger, so they're not Bontabak.
It's also a zebra. Come here.
I don't think it's a zebra. None of them are striped. Is there a zebra? Oh, that way,
I see a
yeah.
stripy bump.
As you move over, there is a zebra there. Everyone's coming back
Let's
out.
go up and then to that side down the hall. We can look out
Yeah.
at the windows down the hall.
Okay.
The
Oh,
elevator.
where are we going? Up. I can't go in an elevator.
I mean,
You
we
lose
can
the
just stay
stream.
on this floor and go left.
We can go upstairs.
We might be able to go out on these stairs. We can ask.
I'm pretty sure you can. I think the only reason you can't go out down there is because there's water.
Yeah.
People are out. People are out on the thing there.
Oh, okay.
People are outside.
I just don't want to blow away.
There's no wind. There's people outside right there. Yeah, there's people outside. I'm sure they are, just as we are. Oh yeah, you can't. They're not letting anyone down there yet. But here you can go. Wow, everyone's out.
He's rolling in the grass.
Oh, he is, yeah.
He's like rolling
I see him,
around.
yeah.
He's so happy.
He's rolling in the mud. He's having a good time, man. Melissa, thank you so much. He's still going.
He's like a dog that just like runs to the grass and starts rolling around.
People are being greedy, taking boxes and boxes of meal kits that Disney hotels are handing out. They're not handing out meal kits, so I don't think that's accurate. You have to buy them. Also here, the whole time we've been here, I've never even seen one take one out of the fridge. I think I've seen one person buying a white bagged meal at this hotel. I don't know what the situation is at other hotels, but people have not been clamoring for meal kits at this one. Yeah, there's the big, what is that, the big one? The big deer.
They all look so happy now, the tail.
They just put food out, or are they all walking to it? Thank you, Disney guy. Appreciate it.
When do you see so many tails walking on wildebeest? They're,
All the time.
I just like they're usually lounging when I come by.
They're usually pretty active. They walk around a lot here. I think it is a kudu. It probably is. He left already. The greater kudu.
Greater kudu,
That's why he's big. Greater kudu. Yeah, so they've decided not to open down here. I assume just because no one's walked this yet, just to make sure there's no branches down and stuff. Because there's a lot of shrubbery, greenery on the ground right there. But I know, especially when you get down that way, there's probably some more to clean up, and it's probably not the highest priority right now. Someone said the lesser kudu get no respect. Oh, I think the animals are out that way now. Well. Oh, back that way.
Let's get some yummy foods. Juice here, Ava. Cheese, your juice. Ellie, you want to steal this smile? Watch your son right there.
Somebody else right there.
Hey, cheese.
Watch out, Jackson. Watch out. Yeah, they're all going that way. Other kudu's looking at the tree that fell.
He's inspecting.
He's checking it out. Yeah, he's like, this wasn't here. This wasn't here. Zebra, they're all together. The zebra, the kudu, and the wildebeest all hanging out together right now.
They all look so happy and so nervous.
I think that's all they've let out so far as the,
Yeah.
what do you call it, the hooved stock?
I mean, the flamingos might be back.
The flamingos might be. I don't know if we can go. We can go out that way now. Should we go that way? Should we go look? It's kind of nice out.
We're in like a nice phase right now.
Yeah.
I would go.
I mean, I have my umbrella.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing these spam messages. They're not popping up.
What's inspiring this?
What?
Our rec coordinator.
Oh. Oh. Someone got it. Allison got it. The spam messages.
Okay, so I love our rec coordinator here at John House. He's right now wearing the Britney Spears headset mic and teaching everyone dances.
Yeah.
He's a good dancer.
Oh, you can't go that way. They have it caution taped. Oh, because a lot of branches fell over here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of. It's gonna take a little while to clean this up. Yeah.
Oh my god, the pool level, the water level.
Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. It didn't overflow though,
No.
but it's very high. So I can zoom in on that. Yeah, I mean you can see it's about as high as it goes.
It's okay, we can do a little splashing and get that back to normal. 2 cannonball contests.
A lot of people keep asking the park's going to be open tomorrow. We assume, but nothing has been announced yet. Obviously, there's a cleanup effort that has to take place first. Oh, that kid went beyond the tape. That's nice. Tomorrow looks very busy. Very busy. I mean, yeah, and people got to eat.
It's on.
Is it?
They were at the All Stars, right?
I mean, we can go check. Can we get to the Flamingos?
Depends if they have it taped here.
I don't know. Oh, they do, yeah.
Yeah,
You can't.
not yet.
Not yet.
It's easier just to like tape it here, right?
No, I
Thanks.
would have agreed with that.
I'm guessing it's on free because it's packed.
Oh yeah.
No, it says swipe card, maybe not.
It might have only been at the All Stars because
Because it says 0 credits.
there's nothing you
There's nothing else to do there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's not. Free at Disney World? You gotta be out of your mind. I mean, everything says busy, so maybe not.
There, go. Go.
What, this? It's weird because everything says busy, but some of them are working and some aren't. I don't know. I'm somewhat confused.
How is
No.
fishing a game?
See, this says offline. I think that's a lot of stuff's just offline. Yeah. For what? What's this one? Isn't this just the clubhouse? We're not going in the clubhouse though.
No.
Well, the audio's probably just choppy because we're, in an arcade, I would assume. Go back that way? I mean, there's not going to be anything going on there. Yeah. I would believe it. I don't know. We'll see.
Hi. Hey. What'd you get? Ooh, what'd you get?
Yeah, Allison, if those people keep doing it, you can't just block them for 300 seconds. Just, block them completely. Just get rid of them. It is raining. Yeah. This big tree.
It's like one of my favorite trees on
Nah, he's not going anywhere. This guy's not going anywhere. Yeah, we're in that weird period now where no one knows what to do, right? Because everyone ate breakfast or lunch, and the pool's still closed, and all that stuff's still closed.
I think it might be time for bingo.
What, in the lobby? I don't want to play bingo against children.
We can play against each other.
We have Operation. We could play Operation. We could play the Headless Horseman game.
I don't know if
We
I'm
have that
old
Disney
enough for
Happiest Day game, which takes place at Magic Kingdom.
that. I'm a little nervous
A reminder for those of you at home, please hit the like button. It's a great way to let other people find the stream now and later. And please subscribe if you haven't. And remember, anyone who vlogs, they're only in this for clicks and money. Remember that. If everyone on Twitter is to be believed. Because they would know. Random people on Twitter always know better than you. Oh God, that door was heavy. And Boma's closed now. They're open for breakfast until 12:30. Well, actually, I think the last few people are finishing up. They haven't cleared the buffet yet. I'm gonna wipe my feet on this rug.
Okay. I'm surprised they haven't brought drum circle.
Thank you, Mike. Where are we going? You want to go to the top? Okay.
Should we walk into the car?
We should go see if the car's all right. Yeah, I kind of want to while we're out here. The parking lot doesn't look that bad. I assume this was the first place they cleaned, though. Oh, there's some plants in the path here. Yeah, they definitely cleaned a bit. They brushed stuff off the side. Oh yeah, look at this. Oh boy, yeah, the bamboo came down. Look at that. I mean, this looks worse than it is, though, right? So I don't want everyone to be like, oh my God. I mean, yeah, these are leaves. I mean, leaves are going to come off in wind. Obviously, these two pieces of bamboo did not fare well. Or this piece. It's coming down this way. But, I mean, it's nothing bad, right? Cleaning up some leaves, probably the least of anyone's concerns after you get through a hurricane. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty clear.
Car's still here?
Let me leave you this for. I'm gonna go check the car real quick.
Okay.
I think I'm down.
Thanks for your super chat, George. Hi, I'm at Orange Lake Resort. Do you think the parks will open tomorrow? We don't know yet.
It's running.
Shuttle's running?
It's right there. Or do you want to walk over?
I would take the shuttle.
You can take the shuttle. I'll meet you over there.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk.
Have fun.
Yeah.
I just read George's super chat.
Oh, thank you, George. I'll meet you over there. Oh, there it is. I'm gonna try to take care of this now. Yeah, because you just keep putting them in timeout, it doesn't get rid of them. Yeah, I suspect an announcement, but I wouldn't be surprised either way. I wouldn't be surprised if they're open tomorrow. I wouldn't be surprised if they're closed, right? Because it's... So imagine like what you're looking at right now. See all this? Imagine that across a very big theme park, right? It's going to take some people to get that all out of the way. That's not really taking into account if... We don't know if portions flooded or what happened, right? We weren't there. We don't know. I appreciate he was thematic. To the village. Yeah, I mean, obviously a human's got to do that, right? I mean, I assume like let's look at this little corner. This little corner of this crosswalk. It's probably going to take someone a good 10-15 minutes to clean up, right? Again, imagine several acres of theme park. So, I mean, they do have all of today, and if they've started already, then there's a chance, but who knows, right? You also got to factor like the people that would be cleaning up the park maybe have their own problems. Maybe they live, some of them live where flooding has happened, you know, so a lot of factors. But I will say, like, this was no worse than the other two that have kind of hit in the time I've been here where they've closed for them. And they reopened kind of the next day from those, so I would suspect they'll open tomorrow, but as I said before, I wouldn't be surprised if they don't. Not going to be surprised either way. I said sprinkling a little rain, no wind whatsoever, but you see, there we go. Got a nice big branch in the middle of the road there. Disney Springs is not open. No reports of damage at the parks because no one's in the parks, so no one knows. But based on how little damage there was at the resorts, we would assume probably not much, but that is it's purely an assumption. Will they cancel the Halloween party tomorrow? Maybe. I know these are the answers everyone wants about park operations, but you know, I don't know that that's the top thing on everyone's mind right now. And so you got to give them some time. yeah, I mean, if you guys are that worried about it, I would suggest figuring out refunds, moving your trip or whatever. But I mean, I'll tell you, like, if the parks, I assume the parks will be open by Saturday. Operation will be pretty normal on Saturday, right? And any and all bad weather will be out of our system by then. Good. We had someone go check the office this morning. Nothing, no flooding, nothing. I know some people that live in my apartment complex said everything was fine. Thank you, Mel. I checked on the car. I'm not driving through this parking lot with all these branches and things on the ground. Oh, here we got it. Yeah, this tree fell. It looks like no one's car was there at least. Holy cow. Wow. Yikes. Well, again, right, no one got hurt. What's important, but that, I'm hoping no one's car was there and they obviously moved it if it was, but it looks like no one parked under the big tree. Although some people did, right? These cars are parked under a big tree right here. So maybe people did. Oh no, there's a van right there. Oh, he got very lucky though. I think he's just got some branches on the hood. I do not think the car got damaged. Yeah, that's number one piece of advice I give you when you park and you know there's going to be a hurricane. You want to try to be as far away from a tree as possible. Again, I know it sounds, some people it sounds like common sense, but when you haven't gone through one of these things or you live somewhere where you don't get weather like this, it's easy to forget or not think about stuff like that. Now they're cleaning up already. They've got some vehicles here. They're working on it. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I guess we'll go this way. Yeah, that's why someone on Twitter was, again, a lot of people were mean on Twitter the last 24 hours. One of them's like, you don't need to be, no one needs you to report from a hotel at Disney World, blah, 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 blah. And I said, it's like, I've run into several people here, not from the United States, who read WDWNT, who said hello in the last 24 hours. I think it's somewhat helpful that this is out there, right? So if someone next year, let's say one actually hits and people are stuck at Disney World, maybe they want to know what they're in for, right? Honestly, like, if we're going to be real honest, I think this content more valuable to people than half the stuff we do on a daily basis. Well, they still got some board games left over here. Where's the activity board here? Oh, over here. What is a Disney tournament? Color your own islands of personality. Oh, is everything inside out? Yeah. All right, this is all inside out themed. Okay. I think people should worry about themselves. Like I always say, like if you don't like someone or what they do, don't look at it. But people don't. People gotta just try to ruin your day instead.
I know Universal got some. But hopefully they'll be reporting it out.
Yeah, well, Disney's got a reputation to hold up. They didn't even get flooded, you know?
Yeah, this is did pretty well.
I
There's a
mean,
couple
there's-
trees, but.
Well, yeah,
There's like a lake
there's some
there
little
now.
lake. Well, there's two of them. There's one over there you can't see from here.
That's about the most
There's
flooding
another
I've
one
seen.
Over there somewhere. Neither of them got even high.
Yeah.
So it's like,
This resort lucked out. I think most of them did okay. I think February had a couple of panels come down.
Hello at Disneyland Paris. Hopefully things are good there. I saw there was unrelated non-hurricane flooding in the castle in the Merlin shop the last few days. It's pretty normal there though. I don't think they've let any animals back onto this savannah. Yeah.
That's where we're at.
There's what?
There's feet right there.
Oh, there's an animal right there. Sitting down. I don't know if you can see that. There's animals out. There's just not many. If you guys can see that, yeah, probably. Right between the trees, I think it's a Bontebok. Although the horns are a little long. Maybe not. It's very far away. It's hard for me to tell. But there's definitely an animal sitting out there. I think it's an animal. Unless my eyes are playing tricks on me. Looks like an animal. It might just be a bunch of twigs. I might be wrong.
Where?
If this is an animal or twigs.
That's an animal.
It's an animal, right? But he hasn't moved.
He has horns and he's moving.
Is he moving? I haven't seen him actually move.
Shook his head
Oh,
furiously.
okay. I missed it. Yeah, he is. It's an animal. Yep. Thank
There's
you.
a lot of cooling down there.
I know, but that's like not a. I don't think it's that big a problem.
I mean, I've seen that before.
I assume there's drains there, and just the leaves are blocking the drain. Is my assumption. Yeah, there's drainage there. It's just clogged. Someone will put the boots on and go in there and deal with it.
Put the boots on.
I don't see any trees down here.
Well, there's one broken there.
That's the one right in front of us.
Yeah.
That's a feeder.
No,
that's
a
not
broken
real.
tree.
That one over there. This is
Yeah.
a feeder.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah, the one back there is. This is the feeder. That's what they eat out of.
yeah. No, I'm pointing to the broken
Yeah,
one.
there's one over there.
But I mean, the nice thing about the savannah is you don't actually need to quote unquote clean it up. Or
They will, though.
Oh, they will.
I know they don't
Like
have
the
to, right?
last
Because animals
priority,
live on it
right?
and it's a natural environment. They're not going to leave all these palm particles laying out here.
Eventually, though, but it's
I think today it'll be cleaned up.
yes, areas.
No, they're cutting trees right now. The tree fell almost on a car. The plaster from these poles, I was telling you that the other day, they're peeling.
And they painted this like what, a year ago?
Yeah, it needs to be redone again. You can see it's bubbling and ripping.
Probably it was moisture and
Yeah. It was like that. I pointed that out to you yesterday morning.
no, I saw it
On the other one. Now it's on this side too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thank you, Adventure. That's how I feel about it, right? I think, you know, it's one thing to be mad when people stream just from the parks and kind of get in the way of the guest experience, but in a situation like this, I think it raises awareness, right? In some cases. Yeah. Let's go this way. I have the heart to tell that lady they don't sell this shirt. Don't have the heart to tell. It kills me when people ask, and I'm like, it's on the WDI and the D23 Expo.
They have swatches of the fabric and they sell it to cast members.
They did because there were so many small shirts left that they cut them up.
Because I saw
Yeah.
a girl who took she bought the fabric swatch, a cast member, and she made a hairband out of it
Yeah.
to wear, and it was
I've seen people at the park with all sorts of stuff made out of that. Yeah. Because the small sizes were still lingering for a while.
oh yeah, there are some wildebeest around the park.
Are there? I don't see them.
They're just lounging.
I found one. Here you go.
Very good.
I'll never forget, there was a time at work, my old job, we had a piece of the skin from Jungle Cruise, Wildebeest. And I wrote the description, and obviously I wrote the name, Wildebeest. And my boss called me in and he goes, we got to watch these spelling errors. I was like, what spelling errors? There had been some other people working there who had some problems. And so he's like, we got to, it's bad enough some people have spelling errors. You can't have them in yours. I'm like, talking to me. He's like, you spelled, what is this, wild beast? What is this? And I was like, Brian, that's how you spell wildebeest.
Oh, he's
And then he
standing
looked it up.
now.
It was like, oh, I did not know that. Yeah, he's back there. The wildebeest, they're hanging out under that tree back there.
You learn all sorts of things here at the lodge, like spelling
Like
animal
that this
names.
is wild beast, and that's kind of how you spell
Scan
it.
the QR code so we can look at the animals farm.
Okay.
When did they add that?
A while ago. It's been there a while.
Ooh. I've never looked at it. Look.
Oh, it has everybody. It's cute. That's nice because otherwise you go to this and you gotta turn everyone over and obviously there's only 3 on these at a time, right? 4, 3. Oh, it's definitely hate because it like the first comment was about a hurricane, and then it quickly becomes a million other things like, oh, you announce things before Disney. Oh, you hate cast members. Oh, this and all. If it's not purely about a hurricane, then obviously it's coming from a place of anger and hate.
So
What's-
cold.
All their activities here today are Inside Out themed.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, thanks so much. Nice to meet you. Did you say Thursday? You like the Thursday show? Are you sure? Just wanted to double check. It was like the Thursday show. Thanks so much. Stay safe.
We're like, I like news today.
She said I could do that. She needs to do
Operation and Perfection still available. I feel bad I bought Operation, but that's clearly the least popular game at the resort.
I'm gonna go downstairs.
Okay. You want me to come?
Just meet me down there in a little bit. Maybe 5 minutes.
I'll come down with you. Yeah, they're just not ready to clear the guest areas yet. I think someone qualified has to come look at the structural integrity of everything and kind of sign off. I think that this could be open to guests, or you don't want to take a chance that maybe something is loose and you just don't realize it and open this back up to guests, right? That's my assumption with these little walkways, these areas. Yeah, you can see the supports are they're not doing great. A lot of water damage on these. Yeah, Disney Princess, I think that can be said for a lot of people. I think it's probably true of just about anyone in this community that people say mean things about. I think generally it's not people you know or have met, because if you actually know what we do, or I think in the cases of some of those other people, what they do, you know, for charities or just, you know, for the fandom in general, you wouldn't be that way to them. But people just assume what one person tells them is reality and then all decide to gang up, right? Kind of just the way it goes. I know people are staying at Contemporary. I don't think anyone said anything about the Tron canopy. I assume it's fine. That thing, it's on there so tight and it's over a superstructure, so it's honestly it's probably real hard for that to blow off. You know, it's just my assumption. I'm gonna imagine our friend the tortoise is not out today. The radiated tortoise. Fun fact, he turned 40 last week. So we came to visit him for his 40th birthday, but he was inside. They took him inside last week. So we didn't get to see him for his 40th birthday, which was very sad. Yeah, you could see, oh, it's real bad. Phone call, the audio cuts out. The audio cut out because a phone call was coming in that I might have to go take, honestly. Did the audio come back? Is it still not back? Hello? Now it's back. Yeah, that phone call came in. I forget that cuts out the sound. Yeah, I'm gonna go deal with this phone call because it seems important. But I hope everyone has a nice day. Everything here seems to be fine. Of course, if you want to know if the parks are reopening and when they're reopening, well, I mean, they're going to reopen at some point, but when they're reopening, go to WDWNT.com or follow us on social media, and we'll tell you as soon as we know, you'll know. So I hope you guys have a nice day. Stay safe if you're in the path of this thing still. I know it's obviously weaker than it was, but you know, don't underestimate these things. But have a good day, everybody.